That was some night by Kuminga and Moody, man. Wow, so impressive. Such a great win in Madison Square Garden, man. And this one was one of my favorite wins of the year, man. Just great defense. Steph, of course, hitting 8 of 11, 8 of 18 three-pointers. Kuminga having once again another great, really great all-around game. Moses Moody locking up defensively and showing Steve Kerr, hey man, I'm not gonna allow you to take me out to rotation again. And taking advantage of the opportunity provided by Wiggins, of course, being out. Prayers for Wiggs, hope everything's as okay as it can be, I suppose, at the end of the day. And the Warriors get a really good win, right, in MSG. I know the Knicks have a lot of players banged up, but we managed to handle Jalen Brunson, I would say, really well. Dante DiVincenzo was 6 of 21. Bojan Bogdanovic, 0 of 7, which is an intriguing start to his Knicks career, but that's besides the point, right? Josh Hart playing 47 minutes, 14, 18, 7, and 2 steals, man. Thibodeau, dog. But, I mean, I get it, right? Josh Hart, one of those guys just for tips. And, yeah, the Warriors just were locked in defensively. And I liked the rebounding effort, which, of course, started by Steph having 7 rebounds in the first quarter. Then the defense, man, we were able to stay attached, switching seamlessly pretty much. Great help when we needed to. Good closeouts to three-point shooters, of course. They also were just a little off, but a lot of it was our defense. And Steph, of course, starting off 3 of 3 from the three-point line was a great sign after some rough games. And even though he finished 11 of 26 from the field, it was a really good Steph game. 31 and 11 plus 20 on the night. Besides some turnovers, a really good game by Steph. And like I said, it's mostly about Moody and Kuminga, the two 2021 picks, just like Joe Lacob envisioned, just winning us this game, man. Moody was sensational defensively, like I said. He really put the clamps on Brunson and had that huge block on Alec Burks to send Kuminga into transition. And man, I was screaming here and one like mad, man. That was one of my favorite plays of the year, man. I can't wait when I do Warriors, my favorite plays of the year. That's gonna be in there for sure. Because it just, man, that fourth quarter had so many great moments. Kuminga's and one. Who else was it? Pods had an and one, right? Steph hitting a 3-ball. Kuminga getting to the basket. He had 2 and 1s, I'm pretty sure. That defensive possession, like I said. And the finishing touch by Draymond with the layup where Steph, the inverted pick and roll, that has been just crushing for teams. And I loved that we involved Steph, Dre, and Kuminga together in some actions, right? There were some actions where those three were involved in the play, whether it was Kuminga setting screens for Steph and, Draymond setting screens for Kuminga, vice versa. I liked how we involved those actions with passing between these three guys, and it resulted in some really good plays. Draymond, who still clearly is a little hobbled, I would say, played 27 minutes, had a really great defensive night today, 7, 10, and 6. And after a rough night against Washington, defensively, he was locked in and loaded. And that was nice to see. And the big point is, right, Kuminga's all-around game. 2 steals, 2 blocks. He was stalking shit. 8 rebounds, some of them really, really impressive. 2 assists, really good defense. And just how seamlessly he continues to improve. One bad mistake with the double teaming where he put the ball above his head, where that's one thing you shouldn't do when you're double teamed. But you live with those, right? And you're so happy to see him close those games. And it's just been special, man. Everything's been working out for him. He's relentless on both sides, really. Really improving the rebounding numbers, playmaking back unlocked. He's been helping, like Draymond, kinda, defensively. Really putting his fingerprints all over the games on both sides of the floor. And the rim running, of course, is crazy. The transition pace is crazy. The way he's able to finish those layups in transition, like, it's so impressive and so crazy. And I'm just happy. I'm just so happy, man. It really makes me just wonderfully happy. And Moody, of course, like I said, defensively was a dog. And it makes you question why he wasn't playing earlier. because it doesn't justify the Quinones minutes. Unless, like I said, they just wanted that ball handler, which essentially is now the role that Chris Paul has, right? That's why Lester Quinones is not seeing minutes. So I guess, it's about the carry roles in the system. The one thing we should do without is Dario Saric minutes. He was once again really awful, especially when you consider Trace is much better pick and roll partner for Chris Paul. We saw some lobs between those two, so there might be that. Looney, of course, at least he had some finishes around the rim, but it's nasty. GP2 had a rough night. He was a little bit all over the place, I would say, and had, I don't know, looked like when he came out in the third quarter, he was kind of banged up. So there might be something to monitor there. Clay off the bench, 16 and 5. Wasn't a pretty night. He had some bad shots, but still an overall good night from Clay, I would say. Hey, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Solid night from Clay. Even though he didn't close this night, of course. And Pods had a rough night, shooting-wise, but still some solid plays overall. But, with Moody, Kuminga, Steph, of course, with Kuminga's just insane leap, you can expect Pods to keep up all the production he's been giving us. And I'm happy they adjusted, even though he still played the most minutes on the team, which is crazy. But he fits the roles that Steve Kerr wants to play, right? He fits those roles, whether it's a ball handler, whether it's a spacer, whether it's essentially mini Draymond, I suppose, so defensively as a pass. So he just fits everything Kerr wants to do at the end of the day. And that's why he pretty much plays the most minutes of all people. Even though I think Kuminga should be penciled in for 30 plus minutes a night, every night, man. Those Dario Looney minutes, like 5 of those two could go to Kuminga, so he plays 33 to 35 minutes a night, man, with the way he's been playing and at his age, of course. Because I think it would do us well. And it was nice to see us actually finish a fourth quarter, right? Yeah, there were some mishaps, but the defense locked in. We created better shots. Didn't overhunt Steph, even though still we could have gone to Kuminga, in my opinion, a little more late, but it was not bad at all. And yeah, of course, the Knicks had some run in them, but we always responded pretty much in control the whole night, despite some bad three-point shooting, despite shooting bad from the free throw line, despite missing some easy layups, right? Just great. Just a really good win, man, and great energy from Kuminga. He set the energy even. That's something I didn't mention, right? The energy of him today. He was feisty, man. He just brought the energy that you needed. And it was awesome. It was just awesome, like I keep saying. What else is there to say? Anything else? Yeah, Chris Paul. We didn't talk about Chris Paul. He's been looking really good. 11, 4, and 6, 3 steals. Really good night from Chris Paul again. He's confident in his shot. If he's gonna be shooting his open 3-pointers and making them, it's really nice. It's really nice. So that is that. As we look at the standings, still in the 10th spot, but man, three game difference between us and the Pelicans. So, it's gonna be an intriguing end to the season, man. And I like all of these teams here, man, and it's just a vast difference. I love Denver, of course, out of the West, but I don't trust any of these teams, even though I like all of them. I don't trust any of these teams more than the teams here, even though, yeah, Sacramento and the Pels I don't trust, but Dallas is scary as hell to me. Phoenix, of course, if healthy, has some of the most firepower you can see on a team, so that's scary always. LeBron, Steph, man, it's gonna be fun. And hopefully we can continue this win streak as we play the Raptors tonight, and then we set up a showdown against the Celtics, which will be tough. But better take care of the Raptors for sure, even though it's a tough night. The Raptors are playing some of the best ball they've been playing all season, and it's a back-to-back coming from New York to Toronto. So it will be tough, but I believe in it, man. I believe in us. Moody and Kuminga got us. Hopefully they play a little more since it's a back-to-back. Anyway, lovely. As always, be kind, trustful to others. Let me know your thoughts about the Warriors right now, how y'all feeling, and yeah, all love, baby. See you all tomorrow with the Raptors Warriors game.